me? I'll wait to get some confirmation if you can hear me or not. Can someone give me the thumbs up? No. You can't hear me. Well, there's two of you there. Could someone say if you can hear me or not? Thank you. Hello, Steve. All okay, thank you. How are you, sir? Oh, another Steve, and Steve Pointer as well. We've got two Steves in the house. And we've got Mike McQuinn. How are you, sir? Dionysus. Am I pronouncing that right? Probably not. Nice to see you here. Hello, John. John Southgate. Hello, my friend. How are you, sir? How's your relationship going in Cebu? I do think of you at times with your young lady. How's that going? And Simon. Hello, Simon. I don't want to say Simple Simon. Simon says, what does Simon say? Where are you? Biggie Wiggy, hello. Vimumad. Good. Oh, finished now. Oh. Sorry to hear that. Was that your doing or was it her doing? If you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. But yeah, I do remember. Yeah, was that a year ago? Must have been a year ago. Less than a year ago. Oh, you're in Thailand. Well, yeah, that's probably why. So you moved on. Where in Thailand are you? And Simon's in Thailand as well. Where in Thailand are you, Simon? Hoping to get back to Philippines this spring. Where are you heading to? Simon, are you a regular in Cebu, heading to Cebu this week? Are you going there for the first time or have you been there for a while? Hua Hin, yeah, I love Hua Hin. I've been there about 3 or 4 times. It's a great place. It's lovely. Who's just moved there? The guy from the Philippines, the vlogger from the Philippines has just moved there. Paul, he's just moved there. You're in Pattaya. How is it there? How is it? I do love that stretch of road along the riverfront. It goes on for 2 kilometres. Yeah, I love that part of Pattaya. It's great. How long are you there for, John? Are you staying there or are you going back to the Philippines? What's your plans? 4th time in Cebu. So do you have a regular place there that you rent out? Oh, you're heading to Da Nang soon. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm going to Vietnam next month, so I'm not going to Da Nang. Everyone goes to Da Nang. I probably won't go back there. I've been there twice, 2 or 3 times, I think. I probably won't go back there. Dumaguete and Baguio, 2 extremes. I never got to Baguio because I didn't want to get chilly. Dumaguete, brilliant. Pattaya, same but different. What does that mean? Oh, Park Avenue. Yeah, there's a nice bar, isn't there? There's a nice bar in that courtyard. I can't remember the name. It's a nice bar in Park Avenue. A little bit expensive for me, but it was a nice bar. So, okay, so I'm going the other way. I'm going to Ho Chi Minh, and then I'm going up. Then I'm going to Vung Tau, which I've never been to before, and then I'm going to Nha Trang. And there's another place. Is it it's only just come on my radar. Keon or something, Kenon, on the coast. Manny, yes. Eventually. So I'm 65 next month. I know I don't look it. Thank you, everyone. I know I look only 45, and my Tinder age says 50. When you retire in the UK, it'll be 67. So in 2 years, I'll get my retirement. The Philippines is the only place in Asia that gives you the increments, the annual increments. So inevitably, I'm going to have to go back and live in the Philippines, which is not a bad thing. But I don't know when I'm going to go back. But I am going back. I imagine at some point, but I'm not too sure when. Yeah, I don't give out my Gmail. Yeah, you can contact me on Instagram or on Facebook, but I don't give out my Gmail. Tinder age 50, I know. Yeah, you're 74 enjoying life. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. My mate in the UK is 86 this year. I've known him for 15 years. 2010 I met him. I've known him 16 years. He's 86 this year, going strong. Hello T Patrick. I am in Phnom Penh. Hello James. Yeah, I've been in Phnom Penh for it's coming up to 3 months. So I left the Philippines end of July last year. So I've been gone, how long ago is that? 5, 6, 7, just over 7 months I've been gone from the Philippines. But I do plan on going back at some point. Any more questions? Where are we? I was thinking about retiring in or around... Oh, were you? Yeah, I didn't really like Chumcheon. I was there, 3 years ago. I didn't really like it. I actually prefer the stretch of coastline in Pattaya. But I didn't really like Chumcheon. Suddenly it wasn't, I just didn't take to it. So you're okay. You're going back. You're jumping around. You're a bit like me, John, jumping around quite a lot. Are you going to go back to Cebu, or are you going to try somewhere else? Cebu for me got too sleepy. I do like Cebu, but it just got too sleepy in the end. It doesn't feel like there's many places to go. A lot of people will shout me down and say. There's loads of places to go in Cebu, but you need to get outside Cebu City. Go up to Bantayan and go across to Wild Wall. But I don't think Cebu City, it doesn't really offer that much. Would it be better to start travelling in Cebu as a home base or Cambodia? Have you been to either? Have you been to either? Either, but I mean, I landed in Cebu, and Cebu is actually it's a good place to start. It depends what your plans are, how long you're planning on staying in the Philippines, or how long you're planning on staying in Cambodia. But I landed in Cebu, and it was a good choice. I think Cebu. I think you should go to Cebu. And also it depends. Well, there's a number of factors. It also depends how much traveling you've done in Asia before, because the Philippines is a soft landing, in my opinion. In Cambodia, which is what I'm feeling now, not that many people speak English, and again, people are going to shout me down, but the conversations you can have in the Philippines on a daily basis are a lot better than you're going to find in Cambodia, in my opinion. I have to keep saying that because people say, "Oh, don't talk stupid." So, James, you're in Australia. Where in Australia are you? You just bought a new home. Oh, in Worthing. Brilliant. I love Worthing. That's brilliant. That's really quite funny that you bought a place there. And Suede featured Worthing in one of their songs. Did they go to college? Did he go to college in Worthing, or did he live there? I'm going off subject now, but I like to do that. Brett Anderson. I think he lived in Worthing. From Suede. If anyone knows who Suede are, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you'll have logged off. Okay, so Manny's asking all these sensible questions. Do you want to keep travelling, or are you getting ready to settle down with a beautiful Filipina? That's a very good question. So at the end of last year, I left Cebu. Well, I left the Philippines end of July, and then I travelled for 5 months, different countries. And it's very tiring. It's really tiring travelling. I mean, I went to Indonesia, went to Australia, China, well, an island off China. It just gets very tiring travelling. When I'm travelling now, I want to stay somewhere, like I have done now. I've stayed in Cambodia, stayed in Phnom Penh for 3 months, and that's the way I want to do it. Really, I want to stay at least a month in a city or country, because travelling getting on the move constantly is quite tiring. But then, when I settle down, I get itchy feet. So I want to keep travelling, but I want to stay. My plan is to settle in the Philippines and go off travelling different times of the year. That is a rough plan. Whether that will actually happen or not, I don't know. I'm going to Vietnam next month for 3 months, and I don't know. I don't like to say what I'm going to be. I don't like to commit myself, because I could stay there. I don't know, but I do want to keep travelling. In answer to your question in a long-winded way, yeah, with a beautiful Filipina, with a beautiful lady from any country. Okay, brilliant. I'm glad you're thinking other areas, John. CDO, brilliant. Iloilo, I love. Iloilo is my second favourite. Butuan, in my opinion, there's nothing there. It's just a street. Beautiful women, and Surigao City in that area. Mindanao women are stunning. Iloilo I loved, yeah. CDO I also love, but out of those three, Iloilo is okay. So Mr. Logan R has never been to either. So yeah, I would start off in the Philippines as a soft landing. My dating. Simon asks, how's your dating in Cambodia going? My dating in Cambodia is going terribly. So I'm on Tinder, I'm on Badoo, and I'm on Bumble. Yeah. You don't get as many Khmer ladies on these dating apps as you do in other countries. So I soon ran out of matches. Very quickly in Phnom Penh, I ran out of people. Women, they're just not on the dating apps. And on the streets, it's just quite difficult. So yeah, compared to the Philippines, it's terrible. At least in the Philippines you have opportunities, I would say, is the right word. Whereas in Cambodia, other people are probably doing all right, but I think you need to live here. I think they're quite conservative here, and I think they want to know that you're going to be making this your permanent home. If that was the case, then I think it'd be a lot easier. But no, terrible. My ex-wife from Baguio City. Okay. I will go there one day. I will go there. There's a VIP bus you can get from Manila up to Baguio. A luxury bus up to Baguio. I will do that one day. So if Social Security holds on from my retirement in 10 or so years, okay, I might look around Brazil. Oh, you've been there twice. Yeah, I always fancied going to Brazil, but always the safety aspect puts me off. I mean, I'm carrying my bag with a camera, phone, wallet. Well, there's not much in my wallet, obviously. But yeah, just petty theft in Brazil, it just really put me off. Yes, Cebu still is a good base. You're right there. Cebu is a good base. Yeah, just travel on quite regularly. Oh yeah, okay. So you were T. Patrick. You were last here in 2000. So last time I was here before this trip was 2009. and it's changed. I mean, you won't recognise the place. You won't recognise the place at all. Well, 26 years ago, it's just moved on. Would you like a sponsor? What do you mean? What sort of Okay, send me a message on Facebook or Insta. Oh, I like Patty. Okay, I was just thinking that. Okay. Thailand does have better, well, not better, does have good quality infrastructure, doesn't it? And does have good condos and cheap condos as well. I do want to try Vietnam, Philippines. Yeah, I would. I would try them all. But I seem to have run out of options now. I've done most of Asia, so there's few places left in Asia for me to try. I've done most of it, and I've been to Vietnam before. I went to Vietnam 3 years ago. People come on my channel, on my comments, and say, why don't you go to Da Nang? Well, if you look in my back catalogue, sweetheart, you'll see that I was in Da Nang 3 years ago. Next to the old Greek Orthodox Church is now a live music venue. Okay, who's playing there? Is it old cover bands? Sahil, nice to see you. How are we? Oh, infrastructure rate from one city. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, actually, Phnom Penh is pretty good. It's pretty up there. I mean, you'll be surprised. The guy who hasn't been here since 2000, you'll be totally surprised. I mean, there is so much wealth here. People think that Cambodia is a poor country. I was just, everywhere I sit and have a coffee, I look at all the cars going by, and there's all these SUVs or whatever, all these really expensive cars. There's a lot of Chinese money here. So a lot of the condos are Japanese owned, Chinese owned. A lot of it's better condos, I think. And the Philippines, the condos are a bit run down. The maintenance is not good in the Philippines. Where I stayed in my Bolo Garden flats, if there's something happened in the gym, they would just leave it there for weeks. So I think maintenance is a lot better here in Cambodia, as far as I can see at the moment. I think, okay, so infrastructure, Cambodia, 9, Philippines, 7. Woo! Are Cambodian women more beautiful? That's a good question. I'm gonna put my foot in it now. I don't think they don't age as well. That's similar to Filipinas. They seem to lose it, I think, as they get older. I feel. Yeah. Yeah. You met. Okay. So Tom, you met a nice young girl in Phnom Penh, but heading to Kampot. Communication, exactly. I mean, even in the hotels, on the reception desks, where a lot of the staff will have access, be chatting to people from different nationalities all day. Even then, when you start to have a more in-depth conversation, it doesn't really go anywhere. So they're all lovely, the people are lovely, but the communication is still not great. Sorry, local people. Have you been to Kampot before? And why are you going to Kampot? Are you just going for a trip? Thank you, James. Yeah, thank you, James. Thank you for your appreciation. Yeah, thank you. I am well chuffed. I'm well chuffed to have hit 40k. It seems like a bit of a milestone. Yeah, I do work really hard. People probably won't believe it, but I do work really hard on this channel. You might not believe that, but I do. It's a full-time job. Yeah, you met my girlfriend. Oh, so did you meet her in Siem Reap on Tinder? There. James, thank you. You can, if you, they can send me a donation on Stripe or PayPal in the descriptions. That's very kind of you. Thank you. If I stop shaving my head, well, I can't do that. My hair doesn't grow anymore. So if I stop shaving my head, there's only going to be hair at the back. So I think that's a stupid statement. And wearing huge binocular glasses. Thank you. Thanks for your appreciation, fella. Not much. I can only think the food is great. Well, the food is okay. I'm actually certified Giga Chad. I'm after Vietnam. That is an option. That is what I'm thinking of. That's where I'm thinking my next destination after Vietnam is Nairobi. But will people follow me? I don't know. I don't know whether people do. I mean, since I left the Philippines, people stop. I mean, I grew my following in the Philippines, and then when I left the Philippines, when I put out my last video in the Philippines in July, a lot of people unsubscribed, and a lot of people said, I won't follow you anymore because you're gone. So I don't know. As soon as you go to a different place, people drop off. I mean, when I went to China last year, when I went to Australia last year, nobody watches. So yeah, I don't know. But then I shouldn't be. I'm not doing it for followers, am I? I'm doing it for me. Oh, you mean Guillaume Figo? Guillaume Figo, yeah, is now in Africa. The Italian guy, Guillaume. Yeah, he is doing very well. It's quite weird because he's got an apartment in Bangkok, hasn't he? Which he's just left for 4 months. He's paying the rent and he's just left it for 4 months and gone to Africa. Which I can't really do. I couldn't really afford to do that. I can't believe people who do that. I mean, that's if I rented a place on a lease for a year, I would like to, yeah, not waste my money by going away for 4 months. So I don't know how he does that. Anyway, where is your? I just thought I'd show you the monks. Where is your #1 city for easy dating? Jakarta. Oh, actually, Jakarta was good. Jakarta was very good. You are live on YouTube. Where are we? So #1 city for easy dating, Jakarta. Yeah, Jakarta was good. Jakarta was good. I had a good month there. I had a good month in Indonesia, in Java, Jakarta, and the other places in excuse me, in Java. Could you remind me to drink, because I always lose my voice when I do this. You want to go do a trip to Manila again and go to Boracay. Boracay is good for a week. I've been twice, yeah, and I saw. Does anyone watch Gabe Travels? He's all over the place. He's got 600,000 subscribers and he travels everywhere. He's now he was in Qatar when war broke out, so he's hot-footed out of there to Oman. Anyway, he was in Boracay, and it just landed on my feed, his video in Boracay, which is just brilliant. Yeah, Manila is my place to live in the Philippines. I thought Pattaya was a shithole. Okay, it's got a nice stretch of riverside walk, beach walk. I know you do. You keep banging on about Siem Reap, buddy. It's too sleepy for me. Okay, new and old cover bands. Have you? What's your new musical tastes? I am so out of touch with music. Do any Asians age well? Actually, they do. They do. A lot of. Okay, so I'm going to Vietnam. A lot of the Vietnamese ladies look great in their 40s and their 50s, which is probably the route I'm going to have to go down. We haven't seen a video on your. No, yeah. I'm saving that till the end. I'm saving my bachelor pad video until I leave. Oh, you come from Guangdong. How is it there? It's the same all over the world. What is? Aging. Who said hi? Peter Cooper, good question. Don't you get tired or lonely globetrotting? That's a very good question. I do get weeks where I think, yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I've said that 3 times. But I don't know what the alternative is. I've got this business now, this travel channel. So I don't want to just stop traveling. What would I do? I was thinking this the other day, last night. What would I do if I just stopped doing this? What would I do? You need to have a purpose. You need to do stuff. So why not have a travel channel and go to different places? But I do get tired. I do get exhausted with the yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Airbnbs in Ho Chi Minh City. I started looking last week, and just looking on Airbnb is just a ball ache. It's just, and if you're traveling for long periods of time and you're constantly looking at reviews like what I is, it does get tiring. And I just started looking at Airbnb apartments in Ho Chi Minh. I just thought, oh God, here we go again. It does get tiring. But yeah, I do like being in different places. I really have learned. Thank you. Yeah, communication is key. It's yeah, and it's not happening in these countries. It's not happening in. It hasn't happened really in the last 6 months. So yeah, have I been to China? Well, I've been. So where did I go? Last 2009. I actually went in 2008 for the Beijing Olympics, and I went to Shanghai, Beijing, and in 2009 I went to Yunnan province. So I've been all over. And Guangzhou, and where else have I been? Shenzhen, Canton. Did Canton used to be Shenzhen? I've done quite a lot of China, and I want to go back, but going to Hainan Island last year sort of put me off a bit because of the communication again. Yeah, I do love China, but I was sort of put off by that month in Hainan. So I was going to go this year, but I need to give it a break. I need to give it a rest. I might go next year. Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a Filipina. Everything today is a full-time job. Well, it doesn't have to be, does it? I mean, a lot of people can make a full-time job out of 4 hours, if you see what I mean. I mean, I'd spend all day working on videos, editing and creating videos. Other vloggers will spend 4 hours on it, and that's their day. So, if you see what I mean, they will make something. They will do something a lot quicker than I do, because I'm sort of quite anal. You met her in Siem Reap. That's why you love it so much. First time to Kampot. Where to live? Already 40. Okay. Are you going to stay here? Are you? Tom's away. Are you staying in Cambodia? Is that your plan? So how did you feel about Phnom Penh or Siem Reap? Which did you like more? Yeah, thank you, James. I actually started doing a new ending last night. I started creating a different ending. Um, I am changing things. I am changing things up. Thanks for recognising that. I am, yeah. You accept the ones in Australia. Um, why didn't you watch the ones in Australia? I actually loved Australia. I had a great time. It was really expensive. I was just thinking that on the way here. You know, we grew up watching Neighbours. Well, grew up. It was in the 80s, wasn't it? But it was always on. And there was always Australian influences on the telly. So all these, like Byron Bay, all these names. And I just wanted to go. I just always wanted to go. And so I mean, I was only there 3 weeks because it was so expensive. But I'm so glad I went. I loved it. I loved Sydney and I loved Brisbane. And it was brilliant. I had a great time. I wouldn't go and live there, but I did have a great time. And I loved the places I went to. They Yeah, they are. Okay, so you're right. These girls you date seem pretty. They are. They are. It is boring. Dates are. Although I was watching one of my dates. I was watching one of my videos last night of a date I had with Ella in Manila. Must have been a year ago, and I was watching that, and she was quite funny, and we had a really good laugh, and she wasn't that stupid. It does get boring most of the time going on these dates with girls that have not got a sense of humour or just serious or looking at their phone. But I had a great time with her. Yeah. You go to Elite Fitness. Which one do you go to? I go to the one in BKK1 down here. I used to go to the one in Dawn Pen, Where Love Lives. Did she sing that? Where Love Lives? Dawn Pen. No, 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 no. I used to go to one in Dawn Pen. Well, hey. Thank you for watching. That's the only way I make my money, by Google Ads. My shenanigans. I love that word, shenanigans. There's a British guy who does. He's got a phone review channel. I don't know if you watch him. He's brilliant. Every time there's a new phone comes out, he's got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and he's got a really great sense of humour, and he uses that word shenanigans all the time, which is, I love it. Guillaume Figo went to Kenya, and now you're thinking, no, 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 I'm not. It wasn't because he went there that I'm thinking of going. It's always been on my back burner, as it were. Money isn't his thing, is how he can do that. Okay. I don't know. He's now promoting a different dating website. So how can you say money is not his thing? Anyway, I won't get into that. Oh yeah, Jakarta is, yeah. You go off for business. How do you feel about the noise in Jakarta? For me, I couldn't live there. It was just too loud. That's what I like about Cambodia. It just feels peaceful here compared to other Asian countries. It's just Jakarta is so noisy. Vietnam's so noisy. The Philippines is noisy, but in Cambodia, I don't hear the noise as much as I do in other Asian countries. Don't you have family or friends you missed back in the UK? No. Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been there. I haven't been home since 2019, and what I would love to do one year is just nip back for a summer, and yeah, spend the summer in the UK, and then jet off out of there again. That's what I would do one year. When does my passport expire? My passport expires 2029. Oh God, it sounds so long. 2029. I've got 3 years. before my Passport expires. I might go back then. Actually, I'm going to go back when I get 100,000 subscribers. So tell all your friends, and then I can go home. Going to Bali this month. Any tips? Go to Sanaa, what, the place on the east coast. Go there. That is lovely. It's really peaceful. It's got a lovely beach walk. Don't go. It's very touristy. What are you doing? Are you travelling around or what? I went up to Ubud and it was just, oh my god, the number of tourists in Ubud was just ridiculous. Who did I meet? I met that vlogger, Vagabond Awake. I met him and his girlfriend. It was quite funny because I was sitting outside on a bar, raised on this bar, looking out over the street, and he walks past. And I thought, that's Dan. And I shouted, Dan, Dan. And he didn't. He was looking all around like this, and then he walked off. He didn't. And then 2 minutes later, he came back, and yeah, we were going to set up an interview, but I left Ubud. But anyway, yeah, go to the east coast of. Is it Sanur? I can't remember the name. Is it? Couple of sisters that do great travel videos. I know I'm Philippines by heritage. Now they do. What is their name of their channel? Ramsey, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. That's very kind of you for your donation. That's very kind of you. How are you? Are you in Dubai still? And how is the situation? I have been thinking about you in Dubai. I hope you are well. East Coast is quieter. Yeah, exactly. East Coast is nice. So rambling down. I hope you're. Yeah, I'm glad that you're going to be one of the people who's still following me when I go to Vietnam. You were jogging on the beach. Well, I wouldn't be jogging on the beach. I'll be walking. I won't be jogging. Not with these knees. Yeah, I love beach walks in the morning. Hello, David. Petty Forever. Is that Tom Petty? What was I watching recently? I was watching Tom Petty do a cover of Feel a Whole Lot Better by the Yardbirds. Well, Tom Petty, if Petty Forever is where your name comes from, I love Tom Petty. I had loads of his singles. American Girl, brilliant. I love Tom Petty. Is my accent? I don't know. My accent is like David Bowie, really. I've watched loads of Bowie interviews recently. My idol. Oh, okay. So Meg, let me just have a little. Can you remind me to keep drinking because my voice is going to go. This is green tea lemonade. Iced green tea lemonade with some garden in it. Lots of green stuff. Probably healthy. I'm on a health kick. I've gone down to OMAD, 1 meal a day. But anyway, let's go back to hang on. I've gone off subject as usual. Mega Alex asks, what happened to your Cambodian girl? Okay, so I produced that video when we hadn't been in contact for 5 weeks. So for those who know, who watched that Cambodian ex in my life, yeah, I wasted $167 on blood tests for her, and then the next day, never heard from her again until I released those videos, and then she contacted me about 3 days after saying, I've been really sick, and I just haven't responded. I've been really sick. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know whether she's mentally sick or what, but I don't know. I haven't responded in answer to that question. I don't think I'll ever get that good. What do you mean you'll never get that good? Look at my early stuff. Go and click on my playlist from when I started my channel, and you'll see that in 4 years it gets easier because you put in all the work. Yeah, if you look at my early videos, they're pants. No, actually, the one that bought her the house was the first boyfriend from Wales. And yeah, then he went to Thailand and was a bit naughty, so he got dumped. I don't think she's with anyone. Anyway, thank you, James. Thank you for your appreciation. Canton, that's it. Oh, Canton is Guangzhou. Yeah, okay, that's why I'm confused. So I went to Canton in 1992, and then I went back to Guangzhou 2008 when Chelsea were playing there in a friendly. I didn't just go for that. I was going to Guangzhou and I was going on to the Olympics. So I went there first. I need to go to Hong Kong. Okay, so now you tells me. Actually, when I was in Hainan, I was thinking of going to Hong Kong before. Where did I go to after China? Malaysia. From Hainan, I went to Malaysia for a medical. I was thinking of going to Hong Kong for a few days because I went there in 2008 as well, going back there. But I looked at the prices of the hotels in Hong Kong and I decided against it. I love Hong Kong, brilliant. Yeah, I went there just before I went to. That's where I got my visa for China before the Olympics. Through the back door, somebody got me a visa because there were so many problems going to the Olympics in 2008. They said you need to have an itinerary of where you're staying. They said you have to show all this information before you got your visa. So that put a lot of people off going to the Olympic Games. So I got one through my guest house, my visa. Thank you, sir. I need a bit of Philippines. I do. Hang on. You need a bit of Philippines for some connection conversations. I think you should travel Philippines, Cambodia. When I left the Philippines end of July, I said I won't go back for a year. That was my plan. So I'm not going to go back until at least September, and then that will be over a year. No, I'm not going to do what you say, Ramsey. I'm going to go to Vietnam and then maybe go to Kenya and then go to the Philippines. You're in southern Philippines. Whereabouts? Thank you, Adrian. Where are you watching from? Yeah, oh gosh. I'll take you up on that, James. I want to go to. I'm thinking of going to the Olympics. Is it 2032? Brisbane has got the Olympics. I want to. Suddenly got. Here's me banging on about how quiet Cambodia is, and suddenly it's got really noisy. I want to go. I went to the Olympics in 2008. I wanted to go to the Japanese Olympics, but it got cancelled, didn't it? Sorry about the noise. Toss the plastic cutting board. I just bought that. I'm not going to toss it. It cost me money. Do you think Asian? Okay. Do you think Asian ladies understand irony? They would not understand absurdism or surrealism. Although, okay, so in the Philippines, there's a lot of educated ladies who would understand irony. Marcus Brown, are you talking about? What was the question? You're confusing me. What was it? Marcus Brown. Hello, Theseus. Theseus? Noise used to mainly. How do you explain the difference in attitudes between towards hanky panky and the two pussies? It seems to be more accepted in Thailand than it does here, I think. I think it's more accepted, hanky panky, in Thailand. They have a saying, don't they? It's like all the girls that go with foreigners who are like freelancers, they have that expression. They say, if you say, what do you do? They say, I go with foreigners. And it seems to be acceptable. Everyone goes with foreigners. It seems to be, if I need money, I will go with foreigners. So I think it is, what I'm trying to say is, I think it's more acceptable there than it is here. I've sort of avoided all that red light district bars and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I don't go down there. I don't go down there. It's not really my scene anymore. I've been thinking of going to Ukraine as my date. I have heard that Ukrainian ladies are up for it. Good luck. Hope you have a good time. Dan, you are a partridge. He's actually a really nice bloke. He didn't know me at all. He'd never watched my channel. He said, what do you do? Thanks, Dan. Okay, so with the right relationship, I could live in Siem Reap, Phnom Penh. Okay, you prefer Cambodia, okay. How's your dating, though? How's your dating in Cambodia? Okay, oh, sorry, yeah. Thank you, yeah. Tom Petty, I love Tom Petty, brilliant. I had a little badge, I had a little heart badge, a heartbreaker badge, back in 1978 or whatever. What was their first single? Single. What was their first single? I keep wanting to say single. The first single. Was it American Girl? No, rock and roll. What was it? What's it called? Something about rock and roll. Anyway, I get taken in different directions. Boston, is Cambodia your home base? Hello from Boston. I was in Boston in 1981. I was in Boston. I love Boston. Boston was brilliant. More than a feeling. Is Cambodia your home base? No. I've just been here 3 months. I'm jumping around. What have you discovered dating in... Well, dating in Cambodia. You were jogging on the beach when I was answering this question. Cambodia dating has been non-existent. Indonesian dating was good, but not in Bali. And dating in Philippines is strange. But yeah, I would go for either Indonesia or the Philippines. At least as an older man, I still have options in these places. Whereas I don't think I'm going to have as many options in Vietnam. Smitty, hello, thank you for your appreciation. Is your name Smith? She seemed a little odd. Actually, I like odd. I'm attracted to odd. There was somebody on... Did I match with her? I can't remember. There was somebody on a dating website recently that I saw, and she said, "I'm just a little strange," and I like odd. There's nothing, I don't mind odd. I just don't like boring. something a bit quirky. Someone's got to be a bit quirky. The old sick scam. Yeah, it was just, I don't know with her. I think she might actually be sick. I think she actually might be sick. I don't know. Anyway. She did need to drink. Lots. Thank you, Simon. Thank you for appreciating my channel. Okay, Tom Petty, I never saw him. I never saw him live. In fact, it's one of the only people I never saw live out of my heroes. Tom Petty was playing the Oakland Coliseum a couple of million miles. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's so sad. That is so sad. He died really young. How old was he? He can't be more than 70, was he? Yes, it's such a shame. Thank you, James. I would love to hit 100k too, but I don't think it's going to be for a while. Hello, David. How are we? I was talking about Brisbane recently, saying the Olympics are going to be in Brisbane. So don't rent out my bedroom. Are you seeing it? Nice to see you here, David. Are you seeing? How's your dolls? How's your doll collection? Are you seeing any effects of the war? No, well, no, not really. Not really. Not yet. You're 1 year in. Rambling Dan, it's just keep going. It's just be patient. It's just make sure that each video is better than the previous one, and just take it slow. Take it slow. You don't have to rush it, and don't put out something that you're not happy with. I was watching, what's her name, Rue Beauty. Her channel is brilliant. She's a really. I think Rue Beauty would know about sarcasm. Drink. Rue Beauty will know about sarcasm, surrealism, and something else you said, which I've forgotten. She put out a video about dating. It was quite early on in her channel. She probably only had about 5,000 subscribers at the time or something. And she put out a video about dating. Shut up! And she said, "Oh, sorry guys, I know this video is not very good. I've had a really long day at work." And I was thinking, why put it out? Why put it out? Why put up a video you're not happy with? So my advice is, only be happy with the stuff you upload. I'm well happy. I look at my videos when I've completed them, and I've said, that's taken me 3 days to work on, and I'm so happy that it's worked out the way it has. So I try not to put out stuff that I'm not happy with. Anyway, you need at least a week. What do you mean? Need at least a week in Hong Kong? I was doing OMAD for convenience, but lost too much weight. Really? Okay, so I'm now down to 72 kilo. I have been on 2 meals a day for the last 20 years. The first meal is normally like muesli and banana and yogurt, and I've just cut that out. I've just decided have a couple of eggs for breakfast, boiled eggs, and then don't eat till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, which I've only just started this week. I don't think I'm going to lose much more weight. I think 72. I don't think I'm going to lose much more weight. I need to come back to Australia before 2032. Yeah, okay, so it's 2026. Okay. Stay away from the fields until you... I've just got a match on Bumble. It just came up. It's amazing. My first match on Bumble for 3 months. Where was I? Stay away from the fields until you really miss it. Guillaume Figo is never going back. Um, yeah, that was my plan. Go back. Well, actually, I'm probably going to go back in September and meet my mate John, and go to. We sort of have this annual Sikyor trip to Ocean. What's it called? That resort in Sikyor. Really lovely resort. Every September, we're sort of planning on that. Hello, Top Gun. How's it going? Nice to see you here. Oh, Marcus Brown. Okay, I've never heard of Marcus Brown. I will. No, no. Is that his name? Is he the guy from the UK? Marcus. Is it Marcus? I'm not too sure now. You're coming to Cebu. Oh, yeah, you said that on 2027 December. Let's explore. I don't like noise, Ramsey. I will probably be there yet. I will. December 2027. I will probably be back there. Yeah. Then I will meet you then. Hello, Chishuk. How's it going? All the women have left. So whoever was going to Ukraine, I think it was James. Don't go to Ukraine. Go to Venezuela. Is Dan's girlfriend impressive close up? No comment. Ukrainian ladies are all moving to the Philippines now. What? Really? Green tea. Yeah, it's green. I don't really like green tea, but it's green tea lemonade. I'm sorry, you're telling me to drink. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, Gord. How's it going in Toronto? It wasn't breakdown. It wasn't breakdown. Anything that's rock and roll. I'm sure that was. Sorry, in the UK, I think anything that's rock and roll. Breakdown. I'm sure it was anything that's rock and roll. Can you describe more dating? Well. You need to look at my videos on dating. It's just you just don't know what's going to happen. It's just whether she wants a free meal or what. It's just strange. That's the only way to describe it. But it's funny. It's weird. I mean, I laugh to myself after so many dates. After what's just happened. What's just gone on? I do laugh about it. I am quite good at laughing at myself. Well, I have to really. So I go on dates and I think, what just happened? I mean, I think I've said this in a previous video where I started chatting with a girl and she said, can we meet? Can I come over? Of course, she came over and she said, I'm hungry. Can I order Big Mac? Can I order McDonald's or something? So we ordered, and then she sat on my lap as she was eating her French fries, and she went, "Oh, I've got to go now." And and I'm just laughing to myself. She said, "Oh, well, we'll get more affectionate next time." And of course, there's not going to be a next time, is there? Yeah, you live and learn, but I never learn. Other people have said to me, do you not learn from your past mistakes, dates? Yeah. I'm a bit of a romantic. I like to think that, there's potential in everyone. Cambodia's crazy accent every day. I'm sorry to hear that. But I never see an accident. I mean, you're walking down the street and motorbikes are coming at you from all angles, but I've not seen an accident here. There's alluring crazy and scary crazy. Yeah, I have had crazy, scary girlfriends. Oh, it's Foxy. Sorry, Foxy. I forgot. And I can't see your beautiful face on your little profile. I didn't realise it was you. Hello, Foxy. How's it going? Um, I only bought. What did I buy? I bought Love Will Tear Us Apart. Obviously, I loved Love Will Tear Us Apart, and I never bought any albums until late. I think I got a greatest hits or something, but I never bought. I think I listened to it at the time, their first couple of albums, and I didn't really get the albums at the time. But then I got the greatest hits and things and songs like She's Lost Control, and they had some brilliant, absolutely brilliant songs. But they also had some not so brilliant songs. I mean, the film, I love the film. The film is brilliant. I saw the film twice. And I love his dancing. I can do his dance. I won't do it now, but I can do it. No one knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, hit the like button, people. Good idea. Well, I've only got 35 likes. That's okay. My pleasure with my advice. Coming from Mesa, Arizona. How is Arizona? My friend Mike in Cebu. He's from Phoenix. Who was this woman talking about dating? I can't remember which one now. I've talked about a few different women. Are you following the YouTuber Darren John? I don't know. I've never heard of him. Darren John. I'll have to look him up. My advice. I'm not really into dissing other people's channels. I'm not really. Yeah, I don't really do that. I mean, I make the odd comment, but it's all in good humour. I don't really want to criticise. You know, all that stuff in the Philippines now about criticising other people's channels. It's just gone over the top. People, it's just why are you doing that? Just concentrate on your own stuff. Don't go criticising other people's channels. It's just not very respectful, is it? It's hard enough having a YouTube channel as it is, and then if another YouTuber starts steaming in saying your content's shite, then it's not very nice. Anyway, you're putting the rent up. Well, yeah, by 2032. Is it 2032 or 2028? I think this must be 2032. You're leaving your doll collection in the will. How about, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you're still watching, David. Most people have tuned out. Hello, Rick. It's nice to see you. Where have you been, my friend? Oh, it's TJ. Sorry, I didn't recognise the name. Is it your filming or the Cambodian women lacking compared? Is it my filming? I found your channel based on the dating videos. See, this is what happens when you go off in a certain direction, then you're pigeonholed in that direction. So when you start doing dating videos, and then if you start doing other stuff as well, a lot of people just don't want to watch stuff that is not doesn't involve dating. I mean, I made a few videos that were not about dating that people just didn't watch, like mental health. Nobody talks about mental health, and nobody wants to hear about mental health, which is very important. I put out a mental health video and nobody watched it because it wasn't about dating and it was about mental health that nobody wants to hear about. Anyway, is it your filming? I don't know what that means. Is it your filming? What would you take back to the things? What are the things you miss? Oh. What would I take back? Well, I just miss communication. But I'm not taking it back because it's there. That's what I miss about the Philippines. That's why I miss the Philippines, because of the connection you have with people, which I haven't found in other places. That's what I miss about the Philippines. You're headed back for 6 weeks on Monday. You've only just left there. Manila, Bacolod and Cebu. Okay. No Davao. Dating has been a lot slower here in Phnom Penh. Okay. Where are you finding them? Tom's away. On Tinder, Bumble, Badoo, where are you meeting your dates? Zahir, yeah, that is years ago. I'm glad you remember that. That was one of my going to the province to meet that girl from, where did we meet? OK Cupid. It was so awkward. It was horrible, but it was brilliant. It was a brilliant video because it was so awkward. I think I don't mind putting my awkwardness out in videos. Yeah, and they just kept asking, and she kept saying things like, "Oh, the kids want pop, the kids want Coca-Cola. How many can you get them?" It was just, yeah. A foreigner comes to the province to pay for everything all day. It was just horrible. Hello, Johnny Redux. Nice to see you here. Mark, hello. Would you ever travel to Burma? I have travelled to Burma 3 times, I think. First time was 1988. In those days, you could only go for 7 days. You had 7 days in Burma, and that was it. So I did Rangoon, which is now Yangon, Mandalay, and where's the other place? Inle Lake? Inle Lake? 3 places in 7 days. In a little transit van like this. It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But that was when the coup started in 1988. Loved it, and then I went back in 2008-9. I love Burma, but at the moment I don't think it's a good time to go. And also, as I said earlier, I've been to all these places before. I mean, it comes. Why not find somewhere new? I've been to all these places. I do like retracing my steps, but then I don't. So it's like I love retracing my steps because everything is so familiar. But then also, why do you retrace your steps if there's so many other places? I've only been to 48 countries. You know, there's so many other countries in the world to go to. Why not go somewhere new? I can't decide between BGC and Makati. I was thinking that on my way in just now. I would prefer Makati. I assume you've been to both. I like Makati because it's a little bit more edgy, and you've got the option of, in BGC you're just stuck in that bubble of BGC, which is a lovely bubble, but it's just a bit superficial, and I would prefer Makati. Although recently I've seen vlogs on people getting held up by young kids in BGC. Lots of crying. You're still here. Hello, James. What do you like most about Cambodia? I do like I love the people. I love the peace. I find it quite peaceful here. As I said earlier, it doesn't feel like a noisy country. Yeah, it's just easy. It's just very simple. But I'm not quite getting it. I don't quite get Cambodia. It's not a place I want to live because I don't quite feel. I'm just not getting the vibe. I love it, but I'm not getting the vibe. If you see what I mean, you can't force that vibe, and I'm not getting that here. Where Trying to figure out where to go first on my trip after summer. Philly, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. Have you been to any of them before? I can't remember. As I always say, the Philippines is a soft landing for Asia because people speak English more than the other countries. So depends on the route, doesn't it? Route, well, I'm not American. Depends on your route. Depends on flights, connections, that sort of thing. The war. Mark said hi. Still. Cebu or Davao, and how does good question. If you're going to Cebu to travel outside the city, then I would say Cebu. Davao is a great city, but there's not that much going on. Whereas and also the island, the island I went to, is it Samal? I always get confused, Samal or Samar. It was okay. There is a great beach that I never went to outside Davao, Mati Beach, a lovely beach apparently, a couple of hours outside, well more than that, 5 hours outside Davao. But I would say Cebu, and then you can travel to other places. Whereas if you go to Davao, yeah, you're in Davao. I would say Cebu. How does compare? In what, I don't know in what comparison. I don't know what I don't in. It's difficult to compare the two along which parameters, if you see what I mean. He actually needs to be given a break. Yeah. Okay. Can hear you fine. Oh, good. I know, Johnny Redux. I know it is my home in a way. Yes. But yeah, as I said earlier, I want to stay away for at least a year. I don't want to, I want to. And also, when you're saying that it's my home, I also do feel that it is a backward step as well. I'm probably contradicting myself by saying I want a home, but also the thought of going back to the Philippines also feels like a backward step, if you see what I mean. Was it December the 10th? What, 3 months you've been away and then you're going back? How is the photo booth company? I thought that wasn't an option anymore. Yeah, how about your blood test? Yeah, send me your bank details and I'll send you $167. I'm an easy target. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't self-depreciate themselves. They don't. They don't want to lose face, do they? I don't think so. We don't. We don't care. We don't care. I don't think we care as much in the West about being self-depreciating. I don't think we care as much. Hello, William. How are you, sir? I'm doing okay. I've now moved into an apartment. I don't think I had. When I met you, was it a month ago? It was a month ago. You just said that. Yeah, I was still living in a hotel, I think. So I've just moved in. Where I moved? Beginning of February, I moved into an apartment, which is great. I'm doing much better now. Feeling much more settled. Hello, Frank from Belgium. There was a film in the last century, The Sex Life of the Belgians. Brilliant film. Ramsey, are you off? Are you off to work? Enjoy. Cook something nice for your customers. Okay. One Tinder, one Bumble. Okay. My Bumble. I've just run out of options. It's quite weird how on Bumble there's just no one there. There's no one on Bumble. For me, anyway. I don't know. I've probably been banned. Might come back to Phnom Penh for after Camp Pot. Exactly. It is communication is the key. It's more the key as you get old. I was thinking that as well. If you're with someone, if you're with a girlfriend or partner or whatever, I hate the word partner. I don't know why I use the word partner. If you're with a girlfriend, then it doesn't matter where you are. You can be anywhere in the world. You could be in a condo, wherever in the world, and life will be hunky-dory. But when you're travelling on your own and you need daily connections, then that is a major issue in whichever country you go to. Forget dating, just get massages. BGC is too posh. Well, it's not really. You can still find. It's not really that posh. You can still find downtrodden places in BGC. Makati, I would say Makati. Well, yeah, Manila. Manila is the only place in the Philippines is my number one place in the Philippines to live. Can't believe this. I've drunk half it. It's still going. It's like a TARDIS. So Chris AR, I've seen you comment on my videos before. You can't wait to get back to Siem Reap. Really? Where are you in the Philippines? I'm not staying here. I'm going to go back to the Philippines eventually. I'm not staying here. Yeah. I remember you saying I actually like Davao as a place, but not for dating. Although I would find if you're staying there long term, I would think Davao is a good option, but not if you're in and out like what you is, TJ. Yeah, okay, so I'm missing the vibe. Also missing the vibe. But yeah, that's what I don't get. I don't get the vibe in Cambodia, but not missing the annoyances. Well, I'll let you know if I go back and I think, why have I come back here? Everything's really annoying. I think you've mentioned this before. I think I read one of his books. I read one of his books. I got it out of the library. He's big on the concept of good enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, perfection. I mean, we're all chasing this place. We're all chasing this. We're all chasing the perfect place to live. But yes, there is no perfect place to live. You're right. It doesn't exist. We have to make compromises. That's how I feel anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't feel that there's going to be somewhere I'm going to be perfectly happy. I think I'm always going to be looking for something else. Sometimes retracing your steps can have its own changes and surprise you throughout the years as places evolve. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that is a reason why I go back to these places to see how it has changed. But last year I went back to Agonda in Goa, having been there the previous year, and then I went back last year and I thought, why have I come back here so quickly? I mean, I do love Indian food, and I do love beaches, and I do love being there. But then I just got there, and I thought, why am I here? So yeah, it's a double-edged sword with me. I do have doubts. Have I been to Kuala Lumpur? Yeah. I have been there a few times. How long have you been watching my channel? Very backward step. Which one? You found Art House Cinemas? No. Where was there an art? There was an Art House Cinema in Penang, wasn't there? Yeah, maybe I've been shadow banned on Bumble for saying nice rack or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Bumble. There's just no new people. There's just no one on there. Bumpy I've only heard about recently. I think you told me about Bumpy. You ignored my question. What was your question? I can't remember what your question was. What do you think life was better when you were young? Oh God. Blackout John. Oh, that's a very good question actually. I did love my youth. Well, we all do, don't we? We all love growing up, and I think, and I love going to university, and I love my 20s. 30s got a bit dodgy. I think it's been downhill ever since. But I am thinking about the final chapter. I don't want to be morbid, but what can I do next? That's what I think about. I think once I've got to 100k with my channel, then what? I want to do something else. So I'm 65 next month, and then what do I do? Stop being philosophical. Well, I can't help it. I'm a deep thinker. That's my problem. One of my problems. I love overthinking. I lived in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap for 4 years. I moved to Hawaii. Okay. Have you seen Paul and Nia? Yeah, I do love Hawaii. If my funds were infinite, where would you live? Oh God. If my funds were infinite, then I would want to move around and move to different places and stay for a month. Probably stay for a month in each place. That will see me through till I'm dead. Have you found any museums? There's a few art galleries that I need to go to. There's a couple of art galleries. There's a lovely street that I found the other day, which has some nice art galleries on. I'm going to do that. I love Malaysia. I was in Malaysia last year. I was in Penang and I was in Kuala Lumpur. I love Kuala Lumpur. I would, as an alternative. Sorry, I rocked the table there. As an alternative to the Philippines, Kuala Lumpur comes a close second because of the infrastructure. And the food is brilliant. I love the food, and I love the different cultures. I love the cultural mix. I do love it. I do love Malaysia, and I do get tired of travelling. But I'm not travelling. I'm not going to be travelling as much this year. You know, I did 7 countries last year. I'm not going to do that this month. I was planning actually. After Vietnam, I had planned going to the Middle East before going to Kenya. And then I thought, before the war broke out, and then actually I considered not going before the war broke out because I thought I just don't want to travel so much this year. I need to calm down in my old age. You need a lot more muscle. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But I am going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I am going. I am trying to get muscle. I don't seem. I don't seem to get. I can't get very muscly. So back in my 40s, when was I? Around 40? Yeah, I was around 40. I was about. Where was I? What was I? I was around 95 kilos. I was a lot bigger then. Back in my late 30s, mid 30s to 40, I was a lot bigger. I was going to the gym, I was eating more, and I was 95 kilo. But I still had a gut. I was quite big, but I still had a gut. And then I just decided to be slimmer. And since I decided to be slimmer, yeah, I haven't been able to put the muscle back on. Yeah, I did medicals in Kuala Lumpur and in Penang, which were great. But maybe a retirement home may be good in your 70s and 80s. Well, if I lived that long, yeah, it's not an easy place to live, is it? Malaysia, because of the retirement visa or being on a tourist visa and leaving every 3 months. It's not an easy place to live. Don't lose. No, I don't want to lose any more weight. I do want to put on muscle. Marry at 100k and drink tea. Drink tea. Thank you. I'm glad you're on the ball, Sahil. So that's my goal. Find a wife when I get to 100,000 subscribers. Oh, was that your question, TJ? Other than Phil's, what country has the best English? Okay, so Malaysia. It would be Malaysia. Is it mostly Muslim? No. It's not mostly Muslim. I think Malaysia. But Indonesia wasn't bad. Indonesia wasn't too bad. Have you been to Jakarta? I know you're thinking of Kenya this year. And Kenya, the English will be great. British English will be great in Kenya. Neo Presto, nice to see you. Aside from your notebooks, what are your travel essentials? My travel essentials. Well, I don't actually carry very much. I mean, I carry clothes, I carry my notebooks and my laptop, and all my laptop and my electronics take up so much room and weight. I don't have anything else. I like to have a book, a novel, or I'm currently reading Michael Palin's diaries. I like to have a book, but everything else, I mean, hard drives, battery packs. I don't have any room for anything else because everything's taken up by necessities for my work. So books. Okay, so books. I love books. I went to the bookstore yesterday, but books and bookstores in Asia are so expensive. I can't believe it. I was looking at the new Haruki Murakami, his latest novel. $17 for a book. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I love books, but they're just so expensive in Asia. And there doesn't seem to be any. There used to be a lot of second-hand bookstores in Phnom Penh, but they've all gone out of business. I think they went out of business during COVID, and there's no second-hand books anymore. Second-hand books, second-hand bookstores. So maybe in Vietnam, there'll be more second-hand bookstores. There are in Thailand lots of second-hand bookstores, but there doesn't seem to be here. And there are also loads in the Philippines. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. I'm from England. I'm from Essex, in case you couldn't tell. My given name is Dickie. I come from Billericay. Well, I don't actually. I come from Romford, but anyway. My dad used to work in Billericay. You're going to Kenya with me. We will get you an African princess. Have you testosterone replacement therapy? What does that entail? And where do I inject it? I didn't see beef. Okay, that's a good point. I saw a video the other day saying ground beef is actually got more protein than chicken. I did see it. I did video it in the store, but I didn't buy any. That's a good point. That's a good point. I should go back to Aeon and get some ground beef. Oh, was that my original question? You keep asking. Mostly. Well, most of it, not in Europe, not in Europe. I mean, half my travels have been in Europe when I was a lot younger and with a girlfriend, so no. But in Asia, yes. Thank you. Is it Lim Xuan? I'm glad, yeah, regular guy admires my adventure energy. Yeah, he's, yeah. I admire his drive to go to a different place every 2 days. I mean, oh God, why are you doing that? It's just ridiculous. What? Yeah, he needs to slow down. He's all over the shop. I need to have a word. He needs to slow down. I mean, I know he's in Manila now for the last until the end of the month, but when he's just moving on every 2 days, it's just silly. It's just so tiring, and just booking into another cockroach-infested bed. Any Oi, John? I wasn't into Oi. I wasn't into that music. I remember it being out, but I was not into that. I was into. Okay, so I was in '76. I was into what was considered punk, but they weren't like Oi bands. They were quite poppy bands, really, like the Buzzcocks, the Clash. It was quite poppy punk, not Oi punk. But yeah, in Essex I saw. Who did I see in Essex? I saw Blur actually at the Pink Toothbrush in Essex. Thank you, Zahil. Yeah, Phil will marry. I made it official, saying I'm going to marry at 100. I need to get to 100k now. I might get banned. They might delete my channel, and then what's going to happen? Merida and chicken itza in Yucatan. Okay. Exactly, ground meat. I only discovered that recently. I saw a video popped up on my YouTube. Eat ground beef. Take care, G something. Take care. Stay healthy too. Yeah, you're speaking in Spanish. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. It should be Blue Monday, not Blue Tuesday. And that's obviously why you changed your name. Did you visit second-hand shops in Japan? No, I didn't. And I don't know why. Actually, because I didn't want to buy anything. I didn't have any more space in my suitcase. I thought if I go into these second-hand shops, I'm going to want to buy stuff. That's true. I mean, in Japan, all the clothes would have been cleaned for sure. Steady on, TJ. For books. Yes, for books. What do you mean? For books? Yeah, books are expensive. Around 48, which is not that many, seeing as there's 197 countries. Where in India are you from? I have probably been there. Where's the book depository? Is that in Siem Reap? Sorry, where am I? Phnom Penh. Have you ever listened to Japanese? Yes, I have. Have you heard of Shonen Knife? Shonen Knife. Did I see them in Japan? I saw them in London. I mean, the main woman in Shonen Knife, you probably need to Google it. They were around in the 90s. I saw them in the 90s, and then I think I saw them again. And the same woman, she's probably about 45, and they always had her and different people, different girls, and showing the knife. You'll need to Google them. They were brilliant. They were always playing in London. I can't remember if I saw them in Japan or not. Hello, Argyle. How are we? Nice to see you. Have to run. Take care, TJ. I don't think you mean you're going to be running on the beach like Ramsey. I think you're going to be going somewhere. Take care. I need to drink. My voice is going. So Neo Presto, I have been using iMovie since I've been using MacBooks, Apple, for 40 years, since the 90s, and so with Apple laptops you get iMovie. So I've been using iMovie because it's quite easy. But then I started shooting in 4K, and my Mac, I've got an M1 Max, and it just couldn't, iMovie just couldn't cope with 4K files, and it can't really cope with. So I'm now converted to using 2.7K files, which I shoot on. But iMovie is still not very good. It's not the computer. I think it's iMovie. So I was gonna change to DaVinci Resolve, but I haven't got there yet. So I would like to change to DaVinci Resolve, which is apparently better at using 2.7 or 4K files, but I haven't got there yet. Oh, okay. But I've not been. I've been up to the Himalayas, but I have not been there. I've been to a few hill stations, but yeah. Do you live there permanently, or do you travel? Thank you, Argyle. Take care, Frankly Brian. Nice to see you. Dickie V, take the TV. Type what? Well, it's I only bought it last year. I got a refurbed M1 Max, which apparently an M1 Max is better than M2, I think, at the time. It's not the computer. My computer is fine. I'm sure it's trying to process 4K videos. I think it's iMovie. I know I should upgrade, but I've only just bought it last year. I spent £2,000 on it. I'm not gonna upgrade this year, and it's fine. It's fine for what I'm doing at the moment. It's now closed. I went looking the other day. The Foreign Correspondents Club. I think it's been closed about 5 years. The building's still there, but I used to go there when I came in 2004 or 2009. I used to go there, but it's not open anymore. I actually had a T-shirt with Foreign Correspondents Club on it. Aridwar, I have been there. Yes, I've been all. I was in 1988. I travelled all over India for 6 months. Went to Ladakh, went to Kashmir Valley, went to Dharamsala. I have been all over India, apart from the extreme northeast. Been to Sikkim, but I've not been the furthest north. Conversing in it, well, actually, seems to make you almost giddy. Yeah, because I haven't spoken to anyone. This is the first conversation I've had with someone for days. So just talking is making me giddy. Oh, Johnny Lawrence, here he is, 2 hours late. Where you been? You've been cooking your vegetables. Nice to see you. Eventually. I did say I was going to stay away a year, and the year's not up yet. The year won't be up until August. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm going back. When are you going back? What's your plans? What's your holiday plans this year? That's too long ago. What is? No, I went. I've been going back. I went back 2019. Was it 2019? I went back and did. I've been back. I went to Goa last year. I went to the year before. I went to Kerala and Goa, and then before that, I went all around the southeast. Sorry, the southern tip. Tamil Nadu. I did a few years ago. Okay, so Final Cut Pro. Are you what? Are you, okay. Did you pay for your Final Cut Pro? The amino acid of red meat. It's okay. Okay, yeah. I will get some ground beef. You didn't know I was doing a live. What's happened to my notifications? I think you said that last year. I think I'm going to go somewhere else this time, and you never did. You went back to the Philippines. Heading to Bali next week for a few weeks, then off to Thailand. Where in Bali are you going to? And where in Thailand are you going to? I know you want me to go back to the Philippines, but I want to try other places. This is never ending. It's a bit cold now. Do a flip? What, a backflip? I'm going to Vietnam. I'm going to. I've been here 3 months, and I'm going to Ho Chi Minh, Vung Tau, which I've never been to, and then Nha Trang, which I've been to, which I love, and then I think it's Quy Nhon. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. On the east coast, it's a bit further north. I'm not going to Da Nang. Everyone goes to Da Nang. I've been there a few times. Sanur, yeah, I mentioned Sanur earlier. Sanur is brilliant. Chiang Mai, okay. I love Hua Hin. I would only go to India again when when I went to the Himalayas last time. It was freezing. I don't like going to places that are cold. I used to be okay with the cold, but I'm a bit of a wuss now, and I don't like cold places. Taiwan, I was there when I was in Taiwan in 2000, and so I mentioned this earlier, Johnny, about retracing one's steps. Should we retrace our steps? I've been to most Asian countries. I have thought about going back to Taiwan. I was there in 2009 for a month. I went all over around Taiwan. I love it. But yes, I've been there. Although there is that lovely girl who I met in Bohol. Do you remember? She was from Taiwan. A bit flat-chested, but lovely personality. Jay Haynes, I was in Australia last year. Talat, that's it. Talat. Yeah, I'm going to do a few places. I don't want to go to too many. I mean, Talat and Hue. I've been to Talat and Hue before, and Da Nang. I've been to all these places in Vietnam. So yeah, then I'm retracing my steps. I was in Vietnam 3 years ago. Visit her. She's lovely, isn't she? Brother, you are bald. Don't be criticising women's chests. It's my prerogative. I can do what I like. It's my channel. If you don't like it, naff off. Yeah, not in Boracay. That was in Bohol. It was Alona. Yeah, Alona Beach. I'm glad you're here, Johnny, deleting people's rude messages. Where have you been? What did you have for dinner tonight? Thank you, Johnny Lawrence, for being my moderator. Everyone else is, you're the only one left. Well, it's my first live stream for about 6 months. I think the last one was in Durban, Australia. Steak stir fry with what? I know you like your vegetables. Yeah, Hue. I want to go back to Hue and Dalat, but I think it's Qunon. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but there's a place on the east coast which is now quite nice, apparently. Rice, broccoli, peppers, onions. Broccoli's expensive here. Yeah, I do love broccoli, but it's expensive here. Long time though, yeah, well, in my last few live streams, nobody was watching. So I stopped. I thought, yeah, no suffering for, no, yeah, I try not to. Yeah. You do get a lot of abuse. I mean, I get a lot. I was. Oh, you were missing me. I'm glad you were missing me. I was looking through the amount of people I've hidden. As a YouTube channel host, you have the prerogative of stopping people watching your channel if they post rude messages. So I was going through a list and I must have stopped about 200 people from looking at my channel because they were rude. So I did Nepal. Talking about not retracing my steps, I went to Nepal in 1988 and one of my old flatmates, funnily enough, Gio, who was Japanese, who I lived with in London, not as a couple, we didn't have a shared house. She sent me a message yesterday saying, "Hey Daddy-O," that's her nickname for me. I had a dream about you last night. We were in a Nepalese restaurant in London. So I have thought of going back to Nepal because I haven't been there since 1988. You was watching those last live streams from a year ago. Did your friend get married in Philippines? Which one? Which one? You talking about John? Yeah, John got married. If you're talking about John, my friend John and July. Keep up the good work and safe travels. Thank you very much. You're not on the rude list. You're not. How I managed that? Yeah, how you managed not to be on the rude list? Okay, that's a good question. Roaming Wayne, nice to see you. So I use the DJI Pocket 3. I did have a GoPro, which is not great in low light. I've also got an Action. I've got a DJI Action, which my mate Victor sold me for 60 quid. But I'm not using it. I must have had it since December. I'm not using it yet. I've just recharged the battery. I don't need it. I use this for everything. This is brilliant. Yeah, the one with the vlogger. Yeah. So if you're thinking about vlogging, I like this. It's great, and it comes with a portable mic as well. Get the DJI Pocket 4. I think it's out now. Yeah, I'm travelling shortly. Vietnam or the Philippines. Have you been to either already yet or not? 69 people watching, my favourite number. I would go to the Philippines first, if you've not been to either. No, Latin American. I've never considered them. I've never been interested. It's weird. I found Southeast Asia 40 years ago, and I've not gone anywhere else. I found my continent and stayed. Although I am quite interested in Africa. I'm glad Jesus loves me. Okay, so I had thought about going to Korea, South Korea, after going to Japan. That was my plan. When I went to Japan, God, it was 2 years ago. I was planning on going to South Korea after my 2 months in Japan, but I felt so disconnected in Japan that I aborted. But yeah, South Korea, you're right. One of the only countries left in Asia. I want to go to South Korea, but not when it's cold. Only when it's boiling hot. Thank you, Jay Haynes. Thank you for appreciating my slow-mo. I'm working on end credits. Yesterday I started working on some new end credits. I'm getting rid of the toilet flushing. I'm getting grown up. Oh, you're back. You couldn't sleep, could you? You had to come back. What are the... Okay. The main sources of stress. That's a good question. And how do you deal with stress? Okay, so money. Money has always been my stress. I've always been stressed about money. That has been the biggest bane of my life. Earning money. That has just been God. They say money can't buy you happiness, but money can. It just disconnected. I don't know why, because the Wi-Fi here is brilliant. It was like 220 up and 70 down or something. So it just cut out, but we're still going. Thank goodness. I was getting worried then. Yeah, so money has always been stressed. I've always been stressed about money. Anything else? What else? What are you doing with your life? That has been, yeah. What are you? It's a great song by Echo and the Bunnymen had a brilliant song. What are you going to do with your life? Yeah, that's always a nagging thing about, am I doing the right thing? And that is, yeah, that's a constant. What are you doing with your life? And what are you doing today? What have you done today? You know, if I've not done anything, if I've gone out for coffee and then, I need to get back and start doing some work. Yeah, I always get this, you've got to do something. I do love creating. I mean, I can't just do nothing, so, but I do need to, be on top of things. And so mainly money, and mainly, what are you doing? What are you doing in this world? Someone told me to stop being so philosophical, but I like being philosophical. I love deep thinking. You want to go to Japan again, but I love the easy. Yeah. I didn't make the most, as you have said, I didn't make the most of my Japanese trip. I wasn't drinking. I stopped drinking, and that was. I know it's good to stop drinking, but I wasn't being very sociable in Japan, and I felt disconnected. And what I should have done, like I did my first trip to Japan in 2008, I should have just gone to bars, which I did when I was there for my first trip in 2008. I was there for 6 months. I just went to bars and just got connecting with drunk people. I mean, the Japanese love a drink. And when they're drinking, they get more confident to talk to you. So that's what I should have done, but I didn't. This time I just wasn't feeling it. Because I wasn't drinking. So I didn't have a great time in Japan last time, as you are well aware. I tuned into the Philippines late. The Philippines was never on my radar. Never. I mean, I went to. Not until 2019. I went to a lot of Asian countries. I mean, I met loads of people who talked about the Philippines. I met one guy in Sri Lanka, and he had a Philippines wife, and that was 2009. I met him. So I met a lot of people who talked about the Philippines, but I never wanted to go until I found out about age gap dating, and that was one of the only reasons the Philippines came on my radar. And in fact, my Philippine girlfriend said to me, "Why did the Philippines? Why did you want to come to the Philippines?" And I didn't want to say to her because of the dating. I think I made something up, but yeah. That is my Philippines story. You're back on. Yeah, thank you. No money can't buy you love, but it can make you happy. It's people say money can't buy you happiness, but it does. It makes you stress free. It does buy you happiness in a way. It gives you peace of mind to relax if you have money. And if you haven't, I spent years at times not having money, and it's just, where am I going to get money from? That was always a problem. I would better think, what are you going to do with what am I going to do? You didn't remind me to drink water, Zahir. What am I going to do with my wife when I get 100k? Well, I'll probably be 70 then. I'll just lie back and think of England with my Filipino wife. Where am I? Thank you, James. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better. Yeah. So where's the guy who talked about it all being a big effort? You need to put in the effort. Japanese like to drink. They do. Oh God, I had some great nights. On my first trip to Japan, I had some great nights. Getting absolutely. Oh God, I used to get. It wasn't a great look. I went to a place and I can't remember where I was. I went to they were giving out free drinks. Oh my God. I got absolutely wasted and literally puked up in front of a girl. I mean, a girl came, she wasn't Japanese. I was probably about 45 and she was probably about 25, I think. I think she was just on studying there. And we started dancing on the dance floor. We went and sat down. And then I just went, and then just puked. And she just walked off, obviously. Anyway, where am I? Talking about my editing and puking in the same sentence. Yeah, I need to, what are we here for? Oh God, that's a deep question. Yeah, I need to leave something. I feel the need to leave something behind. But then I've got my journals and they're just going to get chucked out in the garbage. So I'm going to leave behind my YouTube channel. What else can I leave behind? I've got my books to publish as well. I need to get my books published, my autobiographies. Yeah, that's what I feel. Actually, I think for my first times in Thailand, I love Thailand. For my first, I don't know how many times I've been to Thailand. Probably must be 6 or 7 times I've been to Thailand. For my first few trips, I loved it, and that was my place to settle. I mean, even in 2019, I probably thought I would settle in Thailand. But then I started going off it. The last time I went there for a month, 2 years ago. I just didn't feel connected there. I just didn't feel it. I think Vietnam is a better option. I think I would feel more connected in Vietnam. I will see. I can't remember from 3 years ago. Money does give you, exactly, money gives you options. Money gives you freedom, money, peace of mind. T, thank you, Zahir. I can feel my voice going. Uh, Getting a Filipino wife and moving her to the Vietnam. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. It's funny how a lot of vloggers used to say, that. All of them said the same thing. About 5 years ago, they all said the same thing. Guillaume Figo, he said it. Paul Old Dog said it. The only one who said it and did it is the guy who's gone to Hua Hin. Everyone else was saying it. Get yourself a Filipino girlfriend and move to Vietnam. And none of them did it. None of them did it. They all stayed. I don't know why they didn't do it. Financial freedom is important. Exactly. You just turn. So, but what are you going to do? So you've retired. What is your purpose? What is your purpose now, James? What are you going to do with your days, even though you've retired from your businesses? I did, Zahir. I did, and I met. So I'd been in Tokyo. This was 2008. I'd been there arrived New Year's Eve, freezing cold. It was horrible, and I rented an apartment, which was really cheap because at that time the sterling to the yen rate was in my favour, and I rented an apartment. I was paying £500 for an apartment, which now would be £1,000. And in my last week in Tokyo, I met this girl in a bar. It was so ironic that I'd been there for 5 months and I hadn't met anyone. I'd had a couple of casual flings, but nothing permanent or like a girlfriend. And I met this girl literally on my last weekend. So she followed me to Okinawa, to Bangkok, to Hua Hin. We went to Hua Hin. For the next 3 months, she had a really good job. She was Japanese, spoke really good English, worked for Coach in Tokyo. She was what was she then? She must have been 35. I was early 40s. She was a lovely woman. But then I got bored with the arrangement. I'd left Japan by then. I was travelling around Asia, and I just got bored with her company. Yeah, I'm terrible. Sorry. Anyway, what kind of drunk are you? That's a good question. I don't get aggressive. I never get aggressive. I've not got an aggressive bone in my body, really. I get argumentative, but not aggressive. Yeah, friendly. Melancholy. I love that word. I am naturally a melancholic person because I love that word. But yeah, but when I used to get drunk, That was it though. When I get drunk, I was wasted. My problem is once I get drunk, I just can't talk. I can't talk and I'm totally wasted. So I'm useless. I was thinking the other day, yeah, I shouldn't really be telling all my drunken stories, but anyway, I went to the Gran Canaria with my good mate Andy one January, and getting away from the British winter. So we went to Gran Canaria, and we were on the lash all day, drinking Black Russians. Oh my god! And we went to a bar, and they had a band on. They had an ABBA cover band on, and I went up on the stage. And they just needed two guys to go up on the stage to be the guys. And I went up full of confidence. And they put a wig on me, gave me a wooden guitar, and I mimed along to whatever. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember which ABBA song it was, but I was brilliant. My mate video recorded it, and it was. I was absolutely, and singing as well, and I was absolutely brilliant. And then when I went back to the table, you know, all the ladies in the vicinity were like giving me the eye, and then I just literally puked and passed out. Literally puked and passed out, and my mate had to drag me back to our accommodation. He said, "You're a really heavy bugger." He literally had to drag me back to the accommodation, and then the next day I was right as rain, puked, and that was it. I was fine. Anyway. Where are we? That's my drunken stories. Everyone's logged off now because of my drunken stories. Where did you stay in Thailand last time? I stayed in Bangkok, Pattaya and Chomtien. Yeah, I did actually, yeah. I love Bangkok. I love Bangkok. I would probably, if I was to live in Thailand, I would probably live there. Yeah, I would live there rather than and just go to Pattaya for holiday. Why Filipino wife? Well, I haven't really decided yet. It could be anyone from Asia. Is your life richer? It's a good question. Ross Stanley, nice to see you. It is. Okay, so I left the UK 2019. I had been coming to Asia for winters. I suddenly got to the age where winters were unbearable for me. So I was coming to Asia, spending 6 months in either Thailand or India, Goa, and then going back home for the summer. So I did that for a couple of years, and then came away 2019. I only thought I was going to be away a couple of years, and then of course COVID happened. So I got stuck in Southeast Asia, and I've stayed, and I couldn't afford to go back anymore. I couldn't afford to live in my country anymore. I have no home base. I don't have a home, no property. My life is richer. It is, because the sun shines every day, and I started suffering with SAD syndrome in the UK, the winter blues. That went on for like 6 months. So it's really helped my mental health being in a warm climate every day. So it is richer. Might not be richer in health, but it's in fulfillment. I do feel happier, more content than I do back in the UK. Yes, Sahil, 100k. You need to share with your friends my videos. You get bored with the person eventually, especially after coming back home. What do you mean? When you leaving her in the Philippines or whatever, and then coming home? I can't do long distance. I can't do long distance. And so actually, yeah. So when I left Japan, and I can't handle long distance relationship. I mean, I did it for 3 months, I think. But then I just got seeing other people around, seeing other people locally. It's like, you know, and your girlfriend's in Japan, it's like it's very difficult. I can't do long distance at all. I'm paying $400, 300 quid, which is great. It's great for this area. You can get a lot cheaper. You can get a lot cheaper around Russian market area, or people keep telling me go to Siem Reap and get an apartment there for $150 a month. But I prefer to stay in the city. And I don't think I've got a good deal. I mean, I will show the apartment eventually. Yeah, I remember, Roy. You're still in Chomtien, aren't you? If you're still in Chomtien, I remember you saying before you're in Chomtien. That's amazing. That is a pretty good deal. That's a very good deal. Okay, so you're still very busy, James. Yeah. I see a lot of guys who retire and don't do anything. They just, what's their purpose now? They retire. They think, oh, I can't wait to retire and do nothing. And these guys die. People die. You need to have purpose. You need to have something to do every day. You need to have something to get out of bed for. So I do. And you do see a lot of guys here just in the bars all day in Thailand, in Pattaya. People drinking. That's no purpose. You need to do something else with your life. What is your best experience? Stoic forever. What my best experience until now? What do you mean? Considering value for money for daily life and dating. It's a strange. I'm not too sure what the question is. Can you put that in proper English? You haven't taken on. I enjoy. Okay, so. Okay. I imagine studying your portfolio each day takes up a lot of your time. Hello, Charlie Brown. Where you been? I am going back to the Philippines eventually. Thank you, James. Actually, I'm redoing my end credits. The man from Uncle is going. Why? I'm not on Patreon. Okay, so that's a good question. I am not on Patreon. Okay, so that is a very good question. Well, that isn't. Well, it's not really. It is a question. I have been considering it. For the last few months, I've been thinking starting either a Patreon or a members, but what to offer? I mean, I don't. I like a simple life, and once it starts getting into Patreon offering these different tiers and having, well, you don't have to, but you need to offer something. You need to put out members only videos, or you need to do something. I start to get a bit, oh god, it all gets a bit like a ball ache, if you see what I mean. So I have been considering it, but I don't want to make it too much of a ball ache for me. So what would I offer? What would people like to see? I mean, if people want to donate to my channel, they will donate to my channel anyway. There's avenues for people to donate on PayPal or buy me a coffee. So my thought is, if they want to donate to my channel, they can do it anyway. I don't know whether Patreon is the right way to go. I don't know. That's why I've been faffing around with the idea recently, thinking, should I do it or not? I don't know. Thank you. Okay, Ross Stanley. Yes, sometimes I wonder if I give away too much information, like me puking on dates. Anyway. Isn't the country with your home culture better and easier for your mental? My home culture. What do you mean? I mean, I can't. Actually loved being in Australia last year, but I couldn't imagine living there because it's so expensive. Um, yeah, yeah, and I need sunshine all the year round. It does. The sun makes a difference. It does. It does. I mean, the other day, yesterday, it was raining all day or cloudy all day. I really notice the weather. My head mentally really notices the weather. If the pressure drops, my mood drops too. So I really do notice the weather. And I need vitamin D. I need sunshine every day. I am. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm in. Is that a Kerala? Is that a Kerala profile? I think that I've been to Kerala. I'm now in Cambodia. Yeah, I met a decent girl alone last time, but then after you're back, it's not the same. It's not. It's not. I can't carry that on. I can't carry on that distance. It's just. Yeah. It just go back to her. Say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm back now. Can we carry on? Now I'm back. Yeah. I know what you're saying, James, but it's like I don't want to set up a members only thing where people aren't getting anything. If you see what I mean, I see these channels where people offer memberships, but what are members getting that ordinary people are not getting? I mean, you set up a members only. I don't know if you're not offering them something, then I feel that you're, offering them something, then I feel that they're paying for something that you're not going to offer them, if you see what I mean. I think you need to offer something. Exclusive content, then I still need to make that exclusive content. I don't want to give myself... Actually, I've got a lot of videos that I've had to take down. Over the past 4 years, there's videos that I've had to take down by people saying, remove that video of me. So I have taken down, so they could be my members only content, as long as none of the people who have asked me to take it down join up to my membership. Hello, Damien. Yeah, I think it not was $300. It is easy, but then you can get an apartment for $300, but your $300 apartment won't have a swimming pool or a gym. There are lots of apartments in Phnom Penh which are just normal apartments, and they'll offer like a swimming pool the size of a postage stamp. So you can get that here. I'm not in the Philippines. I'm in Cambodia. So I'm not very good at business, James, basically. Yeah, I know. I need to. I look all the time. I look all the time at how to improve my business. And I look at all these videos on how to grow my channel, how to grow my business. I look at them all the time. But my little brain can't cope. I'm not in the Philippines. You traded travel, traded financial security. Yeah. I haven't got any money. I'm just surviving on what I've got left. That's a good question. Croissants, where you been? I remember your name from last time. Okay, Phnom Penh is not small. It is quite a big city, but I'm not getting it. A lot of people love it, but I'm just not getting it. It's a big city, but It's the same as Cebu, I think. Cebu City. There's when you walk around Cebu City and when you walk around Phnom Penh, they don't really offer that much, in my opinion. I'm just not getting it. I'm not really feeling it here, and it's hard for me dating. Other people will say would differ, but yeah, Roy. I remember you saying. You say you've got things going on where you need to if I was living somewhere long term, that's true, I am still in transition. I'm still moving around. I'm still if I was in a place where I knew I was going to stay long term, that is a good point. That's what I would do. I mean, you're in your 70s, aren't you, and you're still playing all this sport, which is brilliant. So you've got it more sorted than I have. What is the chemistry? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which country. It doesn't matter. They're all. There's no difference. Although I do find Filipinos to be more tactile. Out of most Asian countries, I think the Filipino will be more tactile. I mean, I've slept with women in other countries, like China, and they are sort of quite cold in bed, really. So Filipinos are more tactile. The weather. Oh, so you are in Boracay. Are you in Boracay? I thought you were in India. Are you Indian but you're in Boracay? No, Johnny Lawrence. I told you. I need to drink. My voice is going. I'm not going back for a year. I don't want to go back on my word. I'm a man of my word. No, I need to go to Vietnam. Also, what I've not spoken about, which is probably quite a big issue in the Philippines, is vlogging. Vlogging in the Philippines, which is a major issue now. So I don't know whether I'm going to be able to vlog in the Philippines under the current restrictions, which have been in place for 20 years, but they're starting to lay down the law a bit more now, and also people reporting you for having them in your video on the street without them wanting you in the video. So I don't know whether I can vlog in the Philippines at the moment, and I've not really spoken about that, but anyway, I can give the roadmap. Okay, chat to me on the socials, James. Chomtian, I thought you were. How is the weather there now, though? Is the air quality? How is the air quality, Roy, in Chomtian? Or is it just January and February where it's a bit dodgy? Charlie Brown, where are you going in the Philippines? I don't think many Big World Cinema t-shirts would sell. Okay, thank you, I need guidance. Thank you, James. You should do ASMR. You're not a young man, so why are you giving me the acronym? Darwin. I wouldn't move to Darwin. Darwin was dodgy. Actually, I was thinking that the other day. I was thinking It's weird how you are in one country, obviously, and then you get off the plane in another country, and it is totally different. Like, I was in Bali, and then I flew to Darwin, and then I got on a bus in Darwin with all these Aborigine people, and it was just so, the feeling of just moving countries was so unique there, of being on a bus with Aborigine people, and it was, you know, I've only seen them in the movies. If anyone's watched the film Walkabout with Jenny Agutter, great film, lovely music as well. Darwin, it would be the wrong place. Darwin is dodgy. I would probably prefer Sydney to Darwin. Okay. Same Thai girlfriend. Who are you? I don't know. I'm still trying to work out myself. Yeah. I don't have that much X-rated stuff. I did a brilliant video in Bangkok, in Soi 6. A brilliant video, walking down the street. But I put it on, those of you probably aware, if you upload videos from the red light district on YouTube, YouTube doesn't monetize that video. So I did a brilliant video, and I put it all to classical music. Like, if anyone's watched the film Clockwork Orange, in the violent scene where it's all to classical music, it's a brilliant contradiction. So I did this video and I put classical music to it, uploaded it to YouTube, and they said, no, we're not going to monetize that. So that would be a great one to go on my Patreon channel next week. Anyway, you were first to hear it. Anyway, where are we? Yeah, I don't like members first. What is the point of that? What is the point of releasing stuff members first and then it going to the public? Who cares? Who cares that you are the first you watched it a day earlier? What does it matter? I don't really see the point of members first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see the point of somebody signing up to see something a day before everybody else. I don't know, perhaps I'm being a bit naive. T. Thank you, Zahil. You're the only one who's mentioning that. And it's still going strong. My pond is still alive. What's up in Cambodia? Hello, Brian K. Thank you, Neo Presto. Did you get a 1 year? No, I got a 3 months extension, which was $85. You can get a year for $300, but I only got 3 months because I knew that I didn't want to stay more than 3 months. They're very easy to get. Year visas are very easy to get. You don't need proof or anything. You just take your passport photograph to an agency, leave it with them for a week, 1 year, if you want to stay in Cambodia. No, I'm not getting my pension until another 2 years. I'm only 65. Well, I'm 65 next month. I've got 2 years to wait. Next year, when I get to 66, they increase the pension age to 67. So when I get to 66, they will put it up to 67. Sod's law. So I've got to wait 2 years. You went to PP for a visa run. It just didn't have that something. Exactly. I feel the same. It just doesn't. I feel the same. It just doesn't. I'm not getting the vibe. Are you okay, or wish you had a missus? That's a good question. When I arrived in Phnom Penh, I did think I was going to get a missus. If you watch my videos of wasting $167 on this Khmer lady, I thought I was all set. I was thinking I'm quite happy just to settle here for a while with her. That was my thoughts. That was my train of thoughts. So I ignored all the red flags. I ignored all the red flags, and yeah. I would like a missus. but it's not going to happen here. Okay, I know what you're saying. There's still tons of people vlogging with no real issues. But the issue is, one of the issues is, they said a year ago that if you're vlogging and your channel is monetized, you need to register with the, what's it called? NCP, the National Privacy Commission. You need to register with them if you're vlogging, if you're monetized. I emphasize the word monetized because they want a cut of your money. So yeah, there's issues. Just don't be a sim. I don't think it matters. I think there are just vloggers out there. Yeah, I don't know. You'll be going to Jim Getty for a while. Okay. So, why are you going to do Maggette? To see if you like it, obviously, but why there? It actually warmed. I warmed to it eventually, but it's still not a place I want to live. It's still too quiet. It's still too sleepy. Filipinos are learning it's easy to blackmail foreigners. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be problems. There's going to be problems. There's problems every week with the vlogger. You know, it's only I'm on borrowed time. I'm only going to upset the wrong girl by including her in a video, and I've got a lawsuit against me. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll say that again. I walk past your home. Yeah, thank you, Zahil. I don't think I'd do a members chat. I don't think I'd do the members only thing on YouTube. I think I'd do the Patreon thing rather than members only. I like Davao. Davao is great. Davao is great. Okay. That lady didn't know what she wanted. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused as you are. I don't know what she wanted. Yeah. Yeah. She is a cute one. Yeah. The chemistry was brilliant as well. The chemistry with us was great. I don't know. Jim Maggette seems pretty cheap. Yeah. That I would do the same. I have done the same. I've travelled all over. That is the right way to go about it. To go with an open mind, go to different areas, and yeah, that is the best way to do it. The problem is when you see a vlogger on YouTube saying, "Oh, Maggette is the place to live," and people go and live there, sign up for a year's lease, and then realise it's not all that. So yeah, that's great. You're doing it the right way, going to different places and seeing what you like. Is Ilo not on your list? I don't think it was. Go to Ilo. Much nicer than Maggette. Yeah, you need to find a Filipino to settle down with. I'm considering that. For my retirement. For when I'm 70. I'm still young, yeah. How are we doing? Can we get some more likes? Has anyone not subscribed? Thank you everybody for subscribing and taking me to 40k, by the way. That's I'm very happy about that. Yeah, go to Ilo. And if you haven't liked, could you please like? Pickings might be slim or sim. by then. Yeah, what by the time I'm 70, I'll have more money in the bank. I'll get more options. I'll have a pension then. I'll have double whammy. I'll be inundated with Filipinas by then. So how are we doing? Thank you, Emmanuel. Where are you watching from? USA. Which part of USA? Is it? What time is it? Is it now midday? No, it's now midnight, or is it 9 p.m.? Okay, so 65. I'm 64. Had a decent looking Asian girl. Okay, so I don't mind. I don't mind kids. Yeah. Yeah, she did have kids, the Cambodian lady. What, she was 30, 37, two kids. I don't know about kids though. Older kids, yeah, not young kids. But even so, you're still gonna end up sponsoring them, aren't you? Whereabouts in California are you? That's very true. It's very true. Yeah, 30-year-old with kids, 30-year-old without kids. Hello, hello, BJ. How are you? Yeah, I don't know. Not young kids. Definitely not a lady with, a couple of kids under 10. I'm not really into that. Good afternoon. Well, I'm still morning. Yeah, I don't really want to go to. Yeah, they're far too immature for me. Um, 30, 30 plus is the ideal age. Exactly. It is. I was a bit stupid with my Filipino girlfriend at 22. Uh, oh, okay, that's nice. Sh- Does she live in Calibo? Why not Calibo? I went to Calibo. No, I didn't get. I went to Calibo to fly. I flew from Calibo to Manila. Where in Cebu are you? I think the questions have dried up. Where's the questions? Everyone's gone to sleep. Wake up. Get a question in before my voice goes. Oh, okay. Okay, IT farm. I love the coffee bean and tea leaf on that corner. I love that. I love that spot there. I used to sit there. I used to go there every week and have me cappuccino, double shot of cappuccino. It's a great spot. Okay, some old guy vlogger, 64, with his 43-year-old Filipino. Yeah, so I'm glad you get my sarcasm, Emmanuel. Um, Not a lot of people do, especially not the ladies. Uh, Wayne, have you been to Cambodia before? You're moving to Siem Reap. Ideally in person. Ideally in person. But where you meet them in person, I don't know. I'm on all the dating apps, but I've dried up. My range has dried up on the dating apps. I'm on Bumble, Badoo, and Tinder, and yeah, they've all dried up. I would say in person, but where you meet them in person, if you're going to be living somewhere full time, I would start going to clubs, not clubs, like pickleball clubs, like what Roy does. I think Roy's gone. He fell asleep. Pickleball clubs, expat clubs. Yeah, join different clubs. That's what I would do if I'm staying somewhere full time. Race car spelled backwards. You're late to the party. Where have you been? No, you always tell me about Aleister Crowley. Every live stream you tell me about Aleister Crowley, and I always forget to look. I was actually okay. So a lot of you probably aren't familiar with Harry Styles. I was watching him recently, and his Bowie influence is amazing. If you look at his early stuff, he has really been influenced by Bowie. Lots of vloggers have seen that. Okay, so this was a thing that was happening end of last year. A lot of vloggers were saying my views have dropped because of something, and then they'd list a reason why their views have dropped. I don't think they really have. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on where you go. My views have dropped, definitely, and my subscribers have dropped, definitely, over the last year. I mean, I was getting 1,000 new subscribers a month. This past month, I've been on 39,000 subscribers for the last 3 months. Definitely, they've dropped off. But I think it depends on where you go. I think it depends on what content you put out. A lot of vloggers have said their views have dropped, but it might be the content they're putting out. Also, what happened is YouTube started promoting shorts more. On your homepage, YouTube has started promoting shorts more than long form videos. So if people aren't they had on your homepage, they would have predominantly shorts being promoted and not long form videos. So that is also why video views did drop. I'm contradicting myself now, but now you have an option of getting rid of that. You have an option of saying, please show me less shorts and showing you more long form videos. Yeah, they have dropped off, but I think it depends on where I've been going. People haven't been interested in me going to Australia or China. They've just only wanted the Philippines, really. I'm lucky you're still watching me in Cambodia. Your favourite place to visit? I had a good time I'd actually liked Sihanoukville, which I was staying in a really nice guest house in Sihanoukville, and it was my first week back in Cambodia. And the people were really lovely. When I was walking along the beach, it's got a nice beach there in Sihanoukville. And it was really quite, I don't know if you watched those videos, the people were really welcoming everywhere I was going, and the people were offering me beer, which is lovely. And then Korong is a good island off the coast of Sihanoukville. Those I think I had a good time there, but I wouldn't want to stay there long term. Where I stay, I like to stay in cities, or even Siem Reap was too sleepy. Only cool in person. Yeah, I would try in person. Myanmar, Johnny Lawrence. We had this conversation 2 hours ago when you weren't here. Where was you? I've been there twice. I loved it. I love Myanmar, but I think it's a bit dodgy at the moment. Oh, compare Taiwan with China. Oh gosh. Okay. I asked his friends to spend a few months in China, seeing wonder. I would go to Taiwan. Taiwan is brilliant. I love Taiwan. I went to Taiwan 2009. I loved it. I was there for a month. I travelled all the way around the country. It was the people were really friendly. It was brilliant. I do want to go back to China, but not this year. Probably next year. I would go to Taiwan as well. I loved it. I love Taiwan. You're One Direction guy. Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing talking about the guy from One Direction. But his song is as it was. It's such a beautiful song. I didn't know it was him as well. I think it came on. It came on my laptop one day as it was, and I thought, who is this song? And I thought, Harry Styles. I couldn't believe it was Harry Styles because it's such a beautiful song. Anyway, where are we? Take care, Charlie Brown. The Cambodia videos are boring. Just say it how it is, Johnny Lawrence. So what makes my Cambodia videos different to my Philippines videos? Is it the interaction with people? Is that what it is? Oh, okay, so Racecar has said afterwards you need to interact with some hotties. But the thing is, it's difficult interacting. There is not much interaction going on with the ladies here. That is the problem. Oh, yeah, that is my thought too. My thought too is, if I return to the Philippines, am I just going to be? That's what happened. That's what happened in my last 6 months there. My last 6 months in the Philippines, I just felt I was going around. Well, I was literally traveling around. I was going back to places that I'd already been to and rehashing the same stuff. So it's all very well me saying I'm going to go back to live in the Philippines, but am I just going to be rehashing the content there? You know, I want to create new stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, he's in the crowd. Which one is he? Which one is he on the cover? He's just got a new film out, hasn't he? Paul McCartney's just got. I don't think I can watch it because it's not on Netflix. He's got a new film out about Wings. Band on the Run is such a brilliant album. I love that album. In fact, I saw McCartney at Glastonbury, and when he did Jet was such a brilliant. Oh, he was brilliant anyway at Glastonbury. He did Jet. He did 3 songs together, all in sequence from Band on the Run. Oh, it was such a brilliant album. Brilliant album. Did I meet any ladies into what? No, I didn't. I was there when I was there. I was there 2009. No, I didn't. But I'd met some guys who were English teachers there in a small city halfway down. I can't remember the name. They had Taiwanese girlfriends. I think it would be easy dating there, but I didn't. Go to Taiwan, haven't seen it on your channel. No, I know, because I was there 2009, I wasn't vlogging then. Okay, so I'm allowed to retrace my steps if I'm going back there to vlog. Is that right? Is that okay? Does that make it acceptable? But I'm going back to Vietnam having already vlogged there. Why am I going back there? Okay. Rupert Lowe. Rupert Lowe? What was he in? At least you're not calling me, is it John Lowe from Dad's Army? Is it John Lowe? Who was the old guy in Dad's Army? Did Kurt Cobain top himself, or was it Courtney? Well, Courtney was an absolute bunny boiler, wasn't she? She was a nightmare. Yeah. Do Cambo's hotties accept to talk? They do talk to you, but I don't think there's. Yeah, I mean, I'm just too. I'm just too old for young hotties here. And also in Vietnam, I think I'm going to get an older looking lady. An older lady still looks great in Vietnam. Sorry, people, about my lookism, or whatever it's called. I'm in Cambodia. Well, it wasn't really my favourite place. I enjoyed Sihanouk. It wasn't my. I've loved a lot of places I've been to I wouldn't say it's my favourite place. I've enjoyed all the places I've been to in Cambodia. Yeah, I did enjoy being by the sea, living by the sea there. That was great. I would go there if you're in Cambodia. I would go to Sihanoukville. Ignore the people who say don't go there because it's a scam city. Day Fair, you get homesick? No. Okay, so how old are you? And who is left at home? So, for example, if you're American and you're 60 and you've got, I don't know, you've got your mates or your parents or whatever, yeah, I don't feel that I used to feel that when I was a lot younger, but I don't feel that anymore. Yes, if we haven't seen it go there. Okay. I need to drink. My voice is definitely going. I've been talking for 3 hours. Oh, Smoking Monkberry Moon Delight. I only got, what did I get? I had the Speed of Sound and Band on the Run. They were brilliant albums. Did I already answer my question? No, I haven't really, but I think indirectly I have. It will be the Philippines. Go to Taiwan, document. Oh, you're still here, Zaya. Why have you not told me T if you're still here? Did you just nip out for a run? Go to Taiwan and document retracing your steps. Okay. I was considering it for... When I came here, I had considered going to Taiwan in December, January, when I came here. But it was too cold then. I wouldn't go there when it's too cold. 64. Okay, same age as me. Which month? I am 65 next month, April. Where are you? I can't remember. No, it's not an issue. I would go. And if you travel, are you gonna pack up and travel, or are you just gonna travel for a few months and then just go back home? I don't get homesick. I've not been homesick since I've been in Asia. This time, my voice is going. The ratio, exactly. I'm going to have to call it a day soon because my voice is literally... the ratio of beautiful women in Vietnamese is high, exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. But you said it for me. A 50-year-old Vietnamese woman. Exactly. Although Thai women still look good at their age. Yeah, you're right. My indecisiveness, I should change my channel to the Clash's song. What is your favourite Clash song? I've got a few. Train in Vain is one of them. I met Scotty Boy in Mahabalaya. He's actually coming to Vietnam. I'm in Vietnam next month. He'll be in Vietnam in 2 months' time, probably, when he leaves Canada. But I might be gone by then if he takes his time. No, Johnny Lawrence. I've made my mind up. I might go to Taiwan after Vietnam. You lost connection. T. Okay. I lost connection too. Oh, okay. A couple of days ago. Oh, you just turned 64. Happy birthday for a few days ago. You're exactly a year older than me. Younger. No, younger. Younger. You're younger than me. I'm 65. As somebody said earlier, does your mind go blank when you're on live stream? Where in Canada are you? Have you been put into the Filipino province? Yeah, I've been put out to pasture because I'm losing my mind. What's the best dating place? Oh, best dating place. Indonesia was good, but the Philippines, yeah. Indonesia was good. I saw the Clash in '79. So did I. I saw the Clash. I saw them earlier. '79. I saw them at Hammersmith Palais. I saw them 5 or 6 times. They were terrible live, terrible, but brilliant. The energy was brilliant, but the songs, the sound was terrible. I saw them a few times. Saw them at Brixton Academy and Hammersmith Palais. I saw them at the park, Hackney Park, with oh my God, Joe. Oh God, my mind's going. Sorry, mine's gone blank. I love the Clash. I love the Clash. Well, no, the frog song is horrible. It's a horrible song. It's like, no, it's horrible. What's that announcement? I've got no idea. I think it might have been. It might have been. Okay, so these trucks go past with saying what they're selling. Like, I don't know, whatever they're selling. These trucks go past. I'm only 64, 65 next month. I'll look terrible next month when I hit 65. Ow, ow, ow. Not too sure what that means. Very Vancouver, isn't that where Regular Guy's from? Hello, George from Toronto. Out into the Philippine province. I've been out in the Philippine province, yes. Check my back catalogue. I love Mindanao. I love Mindanao. I was actually just watching. I was watching my Zamboanga video yesterday. If you're looking for ideas, there's a GoPro shop. Oh, excuse me. Why? So why? What a psychic shop? Psychic shops sounds good, but GoPro, I'm not. GoPros are terrible in low light. I wouldn't buy a GoPro. I would buy an Action. Yes. Oh, here we go. Just when I'm losing my voice, the questions start coming in again. If you have to settle for at least one, or on 69 is the best time to stop. If you have to settle for at least 1 year, where would it be? 1 year, gosh, 1 year. Ooh, it's a difficult question. Oh, I'll think about it. I haven't had to think about that. Have you? I just answered that. I met Scotty Boy in Malabalai 2 years ago. We were both. I was in CDO, and a viewer actually messaged me and said, "Oh, Scotty Boy wants to meet you." And I assumed he was in CDO, and he wasn't. He was actually in Malabalai. I was going to Malabalai anyway, which is in Bukidnon, in Mindanao, and I went there and we met. We met for, actually, I wasn't drinking at the time. We met for a beer, but I wasn't drinking. So we just said, I had one of these, and he had a San Miguel, or a couple. Yeah, brilliant. I'll see him again in Vietnam. Oh, the best dating place you've experienced. I would go to Indonesia. How old are you? You don't look very old. As an old man, I need to stick to places where I can get younger women, like Asia. Although I am considering going to Kenya, and Kenyan women like older men, older white men. So I need to hold off on that answer till after I go to Kenya. Okay, everyone, I've been going 3 hours. My voice, I haven't spoken so much for ages. I never have conversations now. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for getting, no Johnny, too dangerous. Thanks for getting me to, no luck with, just when I'm trying to sign off, no luck in India at all. They're not interested in old men. Thank you, Hollywood Saints. Kenya isn't what? Kenya isn't what? And Kenya isn't what? I don't know what you mean. Kenya isn't in Asia. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. Thank you for getting me to 40k. Thank you, Johnny Lawrence, for moderating. Dangerous, yeah, exactly. I'm not going anywhere dangerous. I will. Thank you, Johnny, for being here. Thank you, BJ, for being here. Thank you, Dave Fair. I will see you all on the next live stream. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you.